because they targeted me for being white, and they made it very clear that that was why they were assaulting me.
A teenager says he was attacked, burned, and beaten for hours in West Seattle.
Good evening. The boy was left so bloodied and bruised, he wound up in the hospital.
Now, as police look into this possible hate crime, the 15-year-old talks for the first time about the attack. Shamari Stone has tonight's KOMO 4 exclusive. Shamari?
Well, that's right. The teen is breaking his silence. This is a downright sickening story. He says a black man and an Asian man, possible Pacific Islander, asked him for a cigarette lighter. He says, okay, walks on over. All of a sudden, he says they grab him, punch him several times, slam him on the sidewalk right here, and then dragged him right over through this area, knocking him on the ground, mushing his face in the ground, then taking cigarettes and burning his neck just like this. He says they did this because he's white. The photos are so shocking he cringes when he sees them.
It has me shaking up every time I see it, because it just, I don't know, I just get bad vibes overall from seeing those pictures.
In an exclusive interview, 16-year-old Shane McClellan can now sit back, play video games, and share his story after being released from a hospital. He says two men viciously attacked him in West Seattle because he's white.
Tell us about how your race played a role in this.
I don't know. They kept trying to bring up, when I'd ask why I'm doing it, they just because you're white, you know, and then they started bringing up past, like, slavery, being like, white people did this.
He told police one of his attackers was black, the other Asian or Pacific Islander. The trouble started when he was walking home from a friend's house around 2 o'clock in the morning.
They're like, oh, white boy, you know, what are you doing? You can't hang out this late. What are you doing around here? You know, you can't, you're like, what do you, white boy has no belonging being out here at 2 a.m.
And torturing him for hours in the bushes, stripping off his belt, whipping his back, taking turns, burning his neck with cigarettes, and pointing a gun at his head in retaliation for black slavery.
This is for what your people did to our people while they were like whipping me with my belt, my studded belt.
Shane lost consciousness and his attackers were gone when he woke up. A good Samaritan helped him. Police are investigating. In the meantime, Shane hopes officers catch and charge the suspects with a hate crime.
Because they targeted me for being white, and they made it very clear that that was why they were assaulting me.
Now, Seattle police referred the case to their bias crimes unit. They're reviewing it as a possible hate crime. Meanwhile, Shane's father hopes that his son learned his lesson. You cannot be walking home late at night, even if you're leaving your friend's birthday party. Shane says that he learned his lesson and hopes that police catch the suspects. Live here in West Seattle, I'm Shamari Stone, KOMO 4 News.